Sorry, my dears. Well, first off, my name is Shara and welcome to the stream. And sorry about the background noise. I usually start the stream before I'm logged in, but I got ahead of myself today and logged in a little bit early to get a new glam item for my bean. We'll put the stream on as usual, starting around 8:05, but until then you might hear some noises from my side of things. Oh no, this is a cute glam. Oh no, that does not look good. That kinda does. I'll have to get my hands on some brown dye. Ooh, actually no, the Lalafell boots work perfectly. I'm sorry, my dears. I'll put this on in a sec so you can see what I'm talking about. I do rather think that this is E. Sorry, I'm enjoying myself. This is fun. It's been a while because I created all of my glams for Keldred such a long time ago. We'll just... There we go. Oh, I suppose we might as well start the actual scene now, because in spite of myself, I did start playing when I shouldn't have. So I'm so excited though. Last week stuff happened, and I could not stream. Oh wait, why is the screen off? Give me a sec, I gotta fix this. There we go. Wait, oh, this... You know why the screen's off, Shara? Because you were using the wrong thing. I have a brain cell sometimes. Today's not one of those times, but that's okay. There we go. Well, that's better at any rate. My apologies. Okay, what were we doing? Okay. Alright, so I did a dumb thing. I teleported out of Quarry Mill, which is where our next stuff is, because I was at the end of last stream. And this stream, I came in like, oh, surely I remembered to, surely I wouldn't have come into town without attuning to the damn aetheryte. And then I teleported away from it to get a glamour from my bean. Look who, we're unattuned. We are also unattuned. Was that a fucking dinosaur? I think it was. And, Camp Tranquil. So, I've been to both of those places enough to get them on the map, and I did never attune to the damn aetheryte. I am so smart. Smarty. Okay, well at first let's do this lev, because I always like to unlock those when we can. Oh yeah, this was the one we accepted at the end of last time. A bunch of robbers were making these treants real mad. So we have to put them out of their misery. Well, they were making them mad, in the respect that they, like, used stuff to piss them off. So we gotta... Oh no, we don't gotta kill them, we gotta pacify them, right. Oh look, a poacher who will make my life more difficult. Hello, friend. Ooh, I gotta be careful. So the point is to not kill the beastie. So, I forgot, there's this thing called Solace. A magic tincture used to soothe the savage beast, so it'll make him stop attacking. And that's the goal. I thought we just had to kill them, but I'd forgotten that we're in Gridania, which usually means like, oh, nope, 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 nope. Fudge! It doesn't, you don't lose the thing if you accidentally kill a beastie, thank God, because I would have already. But, yeah. Here, should be good enough. Okay. Ah, it seems I must congratulate you on completing the trial, Lev. Here's a reward to entice you to jeopardize your personal safety a second time. I am cautiously heartened by the knowledge that you are not certain to be summarily slaughtered should you choose, for whatever reason, to undertake a Lev quest at some point in the future. Oh dear, I hope I haven't just tempted fate. Ooh, I got a glamour prism for it. I don't need any of those, so I'm just gonna take the money. You know what, figures. I had left this town in order to get stuff to make a glamour for my bean. I got the stuff, I made the glamour, but because I am outside of a large city, I cannot apply it. This just keeps happening today. Oh well. Maybe because I'm slightly impaired. We're good. wait till I get my chocobo. I'd forgotten how slow these spaces are because, well, I mostly play on Keldrid. Keldrid, has beaten all of this a long time ago and unlocked not only chocobos but flying chocobos in these areas. So I kinda forgot. Oh, I came around the back. Whoops. So welcome to Buscaron's, well, what, is that the actual name of this? Yeah, Buscaron's druthers. So I don't think this settlement has a name, but his inn is here. Another Balan will be in Gridania. That's if we make it one piece. And then we'll be rich. More adventurers. Yone. Buscaron may not pay his help much, but he treats us with respect. After growing up in the company of brigands, that's more than enough for me. Found your way to Buscaron's druthers, did you? You wouldn't be the first to be drawn in by the scent of quality grog. Don't be afraid to drink your fill, lass. Them red belly thugs won't give you no trouble in here. Yeah, the red bellies are a bunch of, like, brigands and thieves in this area. They're basically really mean Robin Hoods, I guess. Well, not even that. They have the aesthetic, but not the moral standing. 10, 12. Alright, everything looks to be where I left it. Buscaron runs a tight ship, he does. No thieving or fighting, and any folks who forget learn real quick that they ain't got no place here. You mustn't let this come between us, I suppose. Oh, they're having a lover's spat. Oh hey, the Choco Keep. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? No, but we will unlock you while we're here. Wench, we need another round. What we need is another wench. Yeller pricks. Alehouse wench. Why does the game have to call her a wench? Oh good, they sell food here. I'm running out, so let's see. Ooh. No, we're looking for... Well, this is as good as any. Tenacity and Vitality and Direct Hit are good for most melee classes. Thanks, ma'am. Ah. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I was here for actual story stuff. You know, we shouldn't just stop doing missions in these settlements just because we're getting up there in levels. I did intend to give you folks something of a wider experience of the game. Cloven Hoof Horrors. Yana at Buscaron's druthers would rather have you slay fearsome beasts in her stead. Would have you, rather. You look to be a doughty sort. Perhaps I could trouble you with a task? Recently, I shared a flagon with a merchant from Ul'dah, who regaled me with her tales of dangers from the road. Worst of all, as she had it, was the ferocious beast that nigh gored her within an illum of her life, just when she thought she'd reached the for's safe embraces. What manner of beast, you say? You'll not believe this, but it was an antelope. Yes, I doubted mine own ears when I heard the tale, but 'twould seem a most ill-tempered strain of the beast roams the land south of the druthers of late. You might recognize them by the scars they bear from frenzied battles with man and fellow beasts alike. Ah, one last thing. I would give you this freshly made bowl of sparhawk egg soup to aid in your battle. You may chuckle, but the spices contained within are known to sap the energy of those plant-eating beasts. Now, go carefully, and don't let those doe eyes lull you into a false sense of security, lest the next ale you down spill freely from the myriad holes in your body. Oh yeah, this was teaching you how to use items. So you can right-click them, but nowadays, it's here. Sparhawk egg soup. A A spicy dish made from sparhawk eggs and powdered bomb claws. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that powdered bomb claws aren't real healthy for anybody. Or any living being, anyway. Well, if it wasn't you, Wayne's prodigy, I thought it was about time you arrived. I'm Buscaron, and this here's my place. In case you're wondering why old Wayne sent you, I should mention I've not always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened the Druthers, I manned an outpost not far from here. Any road, between keeping throats wet and bellies full, I ain't got a great deal of time to chat just now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Now, take this nice bottle of full flower mead. Wait, don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering at Miss Dal's Lance, which is a monument tucked away in a rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents, and when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. This is going to spawn a battle of some sort, ain't it? Ophelio, I would assume? No guts, no glory. Ophelio wants you to cut the smallmouth Oribon that have been decimating the river fish. That glint in your eye. You're no stranger to violence, are you? Got a job for a hard lass like you I have. Run along to the river east of here and get me 3 smallmouth Oribon, will ya? They've been gobbling down all the fishies what Buscaron serves us for our dinners, and we can't have that now, can we? Come back to me dirted up with fish guts, and I'll see you treated like a proper Druthers regular. I mean, I can just bring the Oribons back. I'd rather not be dirty. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure these fish are me-sized. Granted, not that that's real big. But it's real big when you're real small. Yeah, they're me-sized. If I think about it, I should really... Some of these story quests, I should be reading what it says in like this section, because sometimes it's nice. Or sometimes it's like, has something new in there that's not simply a reframing of the same info. Hello! If this is a smallmouth Oribon, I don't want to meet a big mouth one. Actually cook with those dudes. They drop a type of fish that you can cook with. Both in canon and like in recipes, which I think is neat. I love cooking in this game because cooking and other crafting in this game... Ah! Oh hey kid, thank you for popping in! Hello everybody from the stream. I hope you guys had an amazing time. How far'd you get in the game? Was it Vesperia tonight? Cheaper, 17 people. Man, thank you guys for popping in. Definitely in Act 2 now. Good, good. Excellent progress. But yes, hello my dears, my name is Shara. A chunk of you might know me from Kit's stream, but I am your resident mom friend. I often play relatively chill games. I usually stream on Wednesdays with Kit. Fridays have started to be my designated Final Fantasy XIV nights, and Sundays are a game of my choosing. This week I'll be doing the Wallace and Gromit Power Wash Sim level, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, I mostly stream relatively chill things like Power Wash Sim, House Flipper 2. But I do occasionally play somewhat unhinged or play somewhat unhinged things, let's be real. Like my experiments with The Sims 4. I also play hidden object games, and yeah. But yes, so we are playing through Final Fantasy XIV with my little bean Momo from the get-go, trying to give folks who don't own or can't play the game as full an experience of the game as possible. Oh wait, what am I doing? I forgot. Sorry. But alrighty. Take care of them Orabon, did ya? Reckon I'll be tucking into a bowl of river trout before long then. Or a nice bit of pike, perhaps. Old Buscaron, you know. He's always done right by me, no matter what I might have gotten up to back in the day. So I don't take kindly to them as would make trouble for him, even if they are fish. You seem like a trustworthy sort, and I can see you've got some skills from your work as adventurer. Let's see you put him to work for the old man, huh? Okay, now I'm interested in this fella. Stash Saboteur. Ophelio at Buscaron's Druthers seeks an adventurer's aid in dashing a Keycurn hatched plot. Been taking me advice and putting your skills to work at the Druthers, have ya? Now that's what I like to see from a strapping young lass. Well, tighten your bootstraps, cause I've got another job for ya. Was downing a pint of Buscaron's finest the other day when I heard that the Keycurn are hoarding stashes of poison around these parts. Can't say for sure what they're up to, but it can't be nothing good. What say you take these fire pots here and go blow up the whole bleeding lot? Oh yeah! I'd forgotten these two quests were like a really excellent way of introducing the use items and throw items mechanic. Hello, Mike the Cat! I hope you're having a good one. Okay, I've got one more mission to accept here. Yes! Welcome! Occupational hazards. What's this? A Chigo larva. This tiny Valken takes the blood pact with his master very seriously. Chigos are basically mosquitoes. Yoane? Yoane wants you to check on the researchers surveying the ruins at Isamhar. Hail, friend. Would you fancy a flagon of ale, or perhaps... an adventurer! I can scarce believe my fortune. I was just looking for someone who might assist me in checking on the welfare of a couple of regulars. To be precise, I'm looking for an expedition team poking around the ruins of Isamhar, due south of here. They usually turn up at the Druthers every few days, covered in dust and hungering for a hot meal. But they've not been by in Nyan for a week. Could be that they're simply occupied with scholarly business, but they'd be running low on supplies by now, and that concerns me. Please, pay them a visit to the ruins and see if auught's amiss. You're looking for one by the name of Iriel, by the way. I, forgot the other one's name. Alright, my dears, we've got an ad break coming up in, 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Oh, that's the joke. Sorry, I was looking at the names of the thingamajiggies here. I was... Questions and answers. Questions and answers is the joke. I'm so slow sometimes. Oh yeah, this is for the Lancer quest. Full flower mead. This aged honey liqueur has a faint bouquet of roses and ochus. Oh, it's made out of ochus? Oh, it's gonna piss something off. Well, you guys are alive. I was worried I was gonna see you dead. Iriel. Yes, may I help you with something? Yoene was concerned for our well-being. How positively sweet of her, but as you can see, we are both quite hale and decidedly not deceased. We did, however, encounter certain practical difficulties when a veritable legion of Chigos burst forth from the depths of the pit. Your timing is impeccable, as we have only just succeeded in clambering out. In fact, since you are here, maybe you might prevent a similar situation by slaughtering a number of the pests, say 5 or so? That should be sufficient to frighten the rest of the brood back into the shadows below. Oh, he's got a mission too! Pots heard for posterity. Oh, this gives you a glamour dispeller. That's fun. Rolandai seeks a helping hand in his examination of Isamhar. Ah, you are an adventurer, are you not? Tell me, have you any experience in the field of relic hunting? I am currently attempting to catalog all of the artifacts in this area, you see, but finding the task rather more time-consuming than I had initially anticipated. I am all but convinced that we stand in what was once Galmora's residential district. Alas, I have yet to recover a sufficiency of domestic objects to confirm my theory. Should you happen upon any such items while wandering the area, I would be most grateful if you bring them to me. So, the pots herds, okay, so first things first. This is the ruins of an underground city. There was a lot of different civilizations that lived in this area at one time. I'm pretty sure this is the Duskborn? I forget. No, that can't be right. Basically the drow equivalent of Elizin, like she is. Or so I presume. Like, they, a chunk of time, live underground. And that's why they evolved to have, like, the bluer, darker tone skin. I must insist that you exercise caution while walking around this site. Many relics were expelled from the hole in the impact years past. Oh, that's right! This was all buried! But then what's it called, the calamity? Everything happened with the meteor, and, like, this place was heavily damaged by miniature earthquakes caused by, miles large chunks of the moon hitting the ground. So, this only just revealed itself. I think I'd entirely forgotten about that. With but one careless step, you could crush underfoot dusk-white artifacts of untold significance. Dusk-white, that was it. Oh, what I was gonna say is, there's I don't know what to call it, dungeon of sorts, but it's an ongoing one that you can do in Quarry Mill. And the rewards are, if I remember correctly, potsherds that you use to get items. And they're usually glam pieces or something. I guess I sort of forgot because I don't really know what potsherd means. Is that just pottery shards? It's acting like there's another one right nearby. Oops. Oh! Oh, never mind, that's something else. But that is in that area. Hey, I was in the middle of something, you jackwagon. Just rude. Oh, I totally let that ad break start without warning, folks. Sorry. Strange shadow. Ah, the Chicos. I forgot we were doing 2 quests right here. Oop, more Chicos. Bigger Chico. Is the next one gonna be biggest Chico? Even bigger Chico. I love that. So I know they always do these specifically in 3s, but Lord, that would have been funny if they'd done biggest. Bless this mess. I know I saw one up here. Oh, there. No, that's a doe. That ain't it. Oh, it's up there. No! Why you gotta be like that? Just running around the forest. Just a little bit. You gotta be a big old butt. You know what? I don't even think these do anything. Oh, never mind. These ones do. I was thinking of something else, because there's a, oh, a type of one of these drops that does nothing whatsoever. I think it was like a certain type of crab shell. Okay. Hello. Oh. Welcome back. Thank you everybody for your patience, and sorry about that. I know ads are irritating, especially longer ones, but having a 3-minute ad avoids the need for pre-roll ads for new viewers. And Twitch is just going to run them anyway. My, that was marvelous work, adventurer. Many thanks. Maybe now we may return to our research in relative peace. Oh, the ruins you can see down there are part of the ancient subterranean city known as Galmora. For Duskwhite Elizan such as ourselves, it represents a valuable and unexpected opportunity to learn more about the settlement where our ancestors once dwelt. Yet, as fascinating as the ruins are, I do believe that I've had my fill of inside of that hole for the time being. At any rate, you can rest assured, you can assure Yoane that the two of us, particularly my brother, are quite well, and will soon be along to partake in Buscaron's finest meat and mead. Oh? Is there a crush? Is that why she said she didn't remember the other one's name? Is she playing hard to get? Or is this... he's got a crush on her? Back so soon? Are you quite certain you exercise the appropriate amount of care and delicacy in your research? In your search, rather? These artifacts are hundreds of years... Oh, never mind. Show me what you found. A piece of pottery dating back to an age where the city-state of Galmora prospered. So it was a city-state like... Oh, that's right. I think the Gridania was the, like... Oh, the sun version of the elves. Like, their city-state in Galmora was the Duskwites. Yes, these are most certainly examples of Galmoran tableware, judging by the shape and ornamentation. They appear to be cups of the kind once used to serve herbal infusions, or perhaps chicken broth. Perfect! My work here is far from done, but this discovery brings me one tantalizing step closer to realizing my dream, the restoration of these ruins and their re-establishment as a settlement for the Duskwhite Elizan. Redanians have long perceived my people as outcasts and brigands, yet if we Duskwights can return a measure of prosperity to this fallen city, we would no longer need to resort to common theft or banditry in order to make ends meet. Imagine it. But I'm rambling. Thank you for your help. Nah, money's good. Hey! You're now level 30. But let's go do a murder first before we go back to the inn. That's a biggin. Do you have scars? Nope. They're really pretty is the thing. Like, look at this design. They're so pretty. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to give it the thing. Oh, that's... Okay, so that did HP penalty and damage down. Okay, I should have used that, but I forgot. I'm sorry. Oh, and that's the Lancer thing. It's gonna summon a beastie. Or is it not? Or is it a communication thing? Do we leave that there and someone sees it later? Or are we just paying tribute to the forest? He is sneaky. Thank you, friend. Buscaron might come off as rough-hewn to strangers, but I tell you he'd be right devastated if were anything to happen to one of his regulars. What's that? Iriel assures me that her brother is in fine fiddles as well? Why, I have not the slightest idea of whom she speaks, nor why that would concern me. Well, let's learn to summon this Chigo. What's this description say? Cherugians of the fallen city of Gelmora once used Chigos to leech the dark humors of the infirm until it was realized the patients were contracting additional maladies as a result of the treatment. Yeah, they're absolutely, like, given the wings and the fact that the older Chigos have a snoot, these are absolutely Final Fantasy XIV mosquitoes. Just, you know, even more horrifying than the ones from Jumanji, somehow. I don't know how they managed that. Hello. To the adventurers, merchants, and laborers that come here to partake in fine ale and fine company, the Druthers is like a second home, even if only a home to the more unfortunate. We'd be fools not to avail ourselves of the protection of wood whalers in the god's quiver, but there lies a special satisfaction in defending one's own home. You've done us all proud today, friend. Another mission. Ooh, I get some woad blue dye. I think I like this blue, if I remember correctly. The trees... oh no. The trees have eyes. Yana seeks an adventurer to gather the offerings necessary for a local custom. This tavern is sheltered by the shroud, imparting a sense of peace and tranquility to all within it. It is for this reason, as much as Buscaron's ale and yarns of adventure, that wayfarers from across the realm find respite at these tables. But the protection of the forest is not to be taken for granted. No, we must respect and honor the trees. Only in doing so will they do the same for us. And so I would ask you to perform a simple task. You are to make an offering to one of the forest's fallen guardians. Not far from here lies... Sorry, big yawn. Not far from here lies the withered remains of a treant who perished protecting the forest it so loved. Obtain the umbels of 4 antelope does and 2 freshly plucked kedrap petals, then place them before the treant. After the offering has been made, kneel and bow your head in deference. I can promise you that when you arise, you will do so with a newfound understanding of the significance of my words. So you offered up the mead as I told you to, and without drinking a drop? Very well, you shall have a tale of me, as promised. Mistal is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you to was erected in his honor. Mistal was courage made flesh. Cut him, and I dare say he would have bled the stuff. It was him who first identified the 2 aspects of a Lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering him. And that wasn't all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with our Lancers keeping to the confines of the Twelves would, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. But Gridani was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and non-forest-born were considered faithless savages. Aye, it was even worse than now. Of course, Almastal wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. To cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its doors to foreign lancers, and by blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for Mistal. Us Lancers owe him much and more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. Eh? What's that? What's the trial? Much as I hate to disappoint, there isn't one. Your courage was never in doubt, lass. My part in your training is done. 'Tis time you visited your 3rd and final instructor, a fellow named Vauclair. You'll find him whiling away his time at the Bobbing Cork, like as not. Oh, that's the name of an inn in Fogord Float, in case you don't know. Up in the North Shroud it is. Vauclair is an old rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift his spear tip off the ground. I know this is literal, but the back of my brain is being dumb and going, is that a euphemism? He was a right stubborn bugger back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humors, so, good luck with impressing him. Leave me be. Aww, sad, sulky man. But why are you facing the other way? Okay, sir. You do you. Sorry. Oh, that's right. We gotta kill a bunch of things for the bits and bobs for the offering. Oops. Well, wrong button. That's alright. Okay, what the shit is antelope umbels? When making an offering of antelope innards to the spirits of the wood, it is proper if they are still warm. Okay, so they're innards of some kind. Okay, I need to Google this. Because in this game, they do tend to use, like, older or, like, medieval terms for things. Oh! The edible viscera of an animal, such as deer or hog. I mean, I guess it does depend on what you refer to as edible. But, thinking on it, we actually, yeah, like deer liver, like, various animals' intestines are used to make sausage. They used to use gallbladder stones as, they thought it was medicine. They thought that, like, if you used it, it was, like, really good for you and was as an antidote to poison. Crap, what were those called? The term is used in the Magic series, whose author we do not speak of. What is the damn term? Because there's other words. Bezoar! Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had to look it up. But yeah, Bezoars were basically not a gallbladder stone, which is where I got it mixed up. But, and I'm sorry for that long silence, by the way. I was just so intent on finding the damn answer. Oh, but it's like hardened crap, like from the stomach of usually a large mammal, like a deer. And it was like this hardened, calcified, basically like something similar to a gallbladder, but just in the stomach, because of how ungulates digest. And people thought they were magic. They thought that if you ground them up into powder, it would cure poison, among other things. I just think it's fascinating. I'm just also rather charmed that there is such a elegant name, or a fun name for the the edible innards of beasties. Umbles. I want to bring that back into fashion. Or perhaps that's not the sort of terminology you use unless you cook a lot. Oh no. I went the wrong way. Oh, I should do some of the... Well, I did those missions because it felt right, but I can do... It's also, like, in my brain to save those missions to get more XP the next time I come around. I don't know. Wait. Oh, I'm so dumb. There was a reason I had... I want to do that first. Or I can just... I'm closer to this. You don't see me. Yeah. God, it would have been the height of humor just that if I had gotten jumped. Ugh. Yarzons. Oh, it's interesting that we place these separately. The spirits of the wood despise those creatures who shun harmony, such as the ravenous ketraps. Offerings of the seakin's petals will soothe the savage spirits. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I forgot they added a button. These buttons did not used to be here, BT Dubs. But yeah, I yielded. Okay. Maybe I should flip the coin on whether or not I should do these. Have I done all of them, all or most of the missions in the places I've come across so far? It's a moot point. I'm trying to do a thorough playthrough. We'll be thorough. Did I talk to all of you guys? I don't think I talked to any of you guys. Oh, never mind, I did. I think? No, actually, I don't think I did. I was once quartermaster at a lightly guarded camp, constantly harassed by foul beasts, but now I hold the post at this quiet settlement. A less perilous duty, I concede, though one which requires no less effort. Are you perhaps looking to purchase fresh fish? Well, I'm afraid I just sold the last of my stock. Very sorry, friend, but due to my reputation as a first-rate fisherwoman, my wares are quite popular. I think you get to... I think she's someone that you speak with when you start getting, like, fish quests. I'm almost certain. Charlene. Greetings and salutations, adventurer. What brings you to Quarry Mill? What kind of place is this? Quarry Mill was named for the water wheels which served to process raw stone into building material. Over the years, it has come to be the gathering place for hunters and trappers, owing to its location amidst the elemental-sanctioned hunting grounds. Quarry Mill is also a place of judgment. All outsiders who wish to dwell in the Twelveswood must present themselves here to have their worthiness weighed by the elementals. Those whose petition is denied cannot remain in the wood, nor can they receive of its bounty. Harsh though it may seem, this has been the way of it since time immemorial. What do you do here? I am a hearer of Gridania, assigned to preside over this hamlet at the behest of the Seedseer Council. It is my charge to listen to the whispers of the elementals, the eternal guardians of the Twelveswood, that I might convey their will to the residents. Lest you wonder, my work is akin to that of a counselor, though for the most part, such counsel as I give comes not from myself, but from the elementals themselves. Savage Snares. Balin of the Wood Whalers at Quarry Mill seeks an adventurer to help him settle the score with some poachers. Greetings, adventurer. Perhaps you have heard, but those forests have fallen prey to a band of poachers. They litter the ground with dastardly snares, caring not a whit for the innocents. Small animals and travelers alike, caught in their vile clutches. I am forbidden to leave my post, but perhaps you could scour the area and see to any ghastly steel maws that you encounter. Be careful, the poachers themselves might be lying in ambush, awaiting their prey. Goodbye. Thank you, Saribot. Iuna Kotor. So this is another one of those folks that I think I babbled about the other day. Like the humans that grow horns and never age. Greetings, friend. I am Iuna Kotor, a Padgel of Gridania, as you might have discerned from the horns on my head. An unnatural presence has made itself known here in the Twelveswood, and I have been summoned to investigate. Tread carefully, and may the elementals watch over you. I can't speak. Expedition Bishop. Though the matter of monsters in the ruins is of grave import, I shall leave such matters to you adventurers. I am more concerned with the yet undiscovered artifacts buried within. Yeah, once you unlock the thing, you bring the stuff to her, and she turns the stuff you collect into whatever items. That's why there's a ton of people right here. You talk to this dude. A great threat to the peace here in the Shroud has made itself known, and I have been set to help drive it out. Adventurer or no, I will not suffer anyone interfering with my work. Now, please move along. Sorry, I haven't unlocked your stuff yet. He's the person you talk to do various things. Like set up missions, delete bits and pieces, that sort of thing. What brings you to Quarry Mill, adventurer? Mayhap you heard that our pact with the elementals permits hunting in this area? Do not think that gives you leave to strip the forest bare. Sorry, excuse me. Such freedom is only granted to those who temper their actions with restraint. Any who would do harm to the 12s would. Well, I'm sure you have heard tales of their consequences. Imagine living in a forest that hates you and really only tolerates you if you follow its rules. Farser Toe seeks out your aid in reclaiming a village from a band of outlaws. Wretched hive of villainy. Mayhap you've heard the tales, but the place they call Red Belly Hive wasn't always a wretched nest of scum and villainy. A Star Wars reference, a. In the old days, it was home to a hamlet called Bowbury, where Hire and Ellison alike lived in the life of peace. That was before the calamity came and Hells broke loose. Those red-belly whoresons moved in when the villagers left, and they've had their run of the place ever since. It's our hope to win the village back, but the red-bellies are no common outlaws. They've read our every move from moms away. That's where you come in. What say you enter the wasp's nest and take the sting out of those bastards? In Grandfather's name, Cuthbert of Quarrymill would seek your aid in recovering a family heirloom. In the days before the calamity, my grandfather was village elder of Bowbury. We tried, gods be good, we tried to reclaim his home, but to no avail. Passed away last year, he did. With his last breath he spoke of a family heirloom, an axe passed down for generations. Now those red-belly whoresons use it to split wood, mocking us all the while. Would 12 take me if I allow those bastards to besmirch our grandfather's memory any longer? You'll bring it back for me, won't you? These poor folks. An apple a day. Daedra of Quarrymill would invite you to live a farmer's life for a day. Welcome, friend. Many of your kind come to Quarrymill seeking a respite from the hardship of adventuring. Might you care to put your troubles aside for a day and live the farmer's life? Old Fox in the orchards to the north has quite a harvest on his hands this year, and, knowing him, he'd be much obliged for a helping hand. Ah, the other mission is up there. Well, let's finish talking to folks down here first. My dad's off hunting, and I'm bored. Isn't there anything fun to do around here? I guess so I was sitting here like, I sort of forgot that there were this many small houses in here. In truth, I'd forgotten that there was any houses in here at all. So I was sitting here like, thinking that this was basically just a giant empty arena, I guess. Antelope and dormice abound in these parts, but we must be careful not to take more than benefits our need. What the forest gives, it can just as easily take away. I think that's everybody. Okay, yes, I'm pretty sure. Forest Law. Wulfric of the Wood Whalers seeks an adventurer to root out poachers who have holed up in the quarry mill. Bloody scofflaw, you'll not escape the wood whaler's justice. You, adventurer, one of those loathsome poachers that just fled to the village, has fled into the village and hides under our noses as we speak. You are to join the search effort at once. That's an order. You're lucky that I'm cool with that. Because, bitch, I don't work for you. Oh, there's people back here. I didn't see y'all at all. Hello. Some of ours have had to remain outside the hamlet. They're hardened soldiers all, and no strangers to discomfort, but it's a trying experience, being in a place that loves you not. Oh yeah, so these are some a bunch of these folks are refugees from, more... Alamigo. There it is. By the seven hells, we'd leave behind the only home we've ever known and risk our lives to travel here. And now you mean to kick us out on our asses? No room for Alamegans who venerate Ralger, is that it? Destroyer take you and your infernal elementals. Did I talk to you folks? I don't think I did. You've got more than our fair share of problems here, but all's well that ends well with a hearty meal at the end of the day. I'm one of the fortunate few Alamegans the elementals have permitted to stay in their wood. While I count my blessings, it breaks my heart to see my companions without a place to go. Yeah, that's gotta be odd if the just are somewhat arbitrarily something decides, nah, not this one, we're fine with this one, but fuck this other guy. It must seem really random and cruel to these people who can't, communicate with the elementals and whatnot, and aren't from an area that grew up with that as being normal. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere out here, but I definitely went the long way around. Bleh. Definitely the long way around. You know, I could have sworn I really could have sworn that the person was outside this. Oh, hey! Don't hurt me, I beg of you. I swear on my life I never meant to do no wrong, but what with my brother sick and starving, and they promised me the money for medicine, what else was I to do? You have me word. From this day forth I'll earn me corn by honest work, or not at all. You'll show me mercy just this once, won't you? And well bless your gentle soul. Yeah, I don't know about that. Ooh. We see here in her natural habitat the little love hog is ready to hunt her prey. Eat ball flame, I hope your day's going well. So there's a couple different types of poachers. You've got the coral claw poachers that are like a big chunk of them are some of the local Mikote tribes members, and they're almost exclusively Mikote. And then you've got the red belly poachers and outlaws that are typically here in Ellison, with a lot of dusk whites now that I think of it. It's been a ride. Oh no. Well, I hope it gets better if it's not going well. And I hope you got supper and are taking care of yourself. Oop. Oops. Dang it, twitchy fingers. Yeah, I think that's one of the coral claw poachers. I think the thing with them is that not all Mikote or are those type of poachers, but all of those poachers are Mikote. A square and triangle or square and rectangle situation. Sorry, friendo. Maybe don't do crime. I mean, it's not that it's bad, just a mixed ride. It was amazing because I got to see my best friend's dad, because according to her husband, I'm just trying to get in her pants. Oh no! That sucks! I hope your friend doesn't believe him. That's so rude. Ew. Oh yeah, the red bellies. They're... I really do... I really am irritated by the fact that people just can't be friends anymore. Like any kind of close intimacy, like, you know, like, close friendship is, like, perceived as romantic for no reason. And I can't tell if it's more or less... Oh. Oh, no, I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I think all of these folks, or at least almost all of them, are also Ellison. I'm super respectful and never do anything towards her without her consent. Yeah, I wouldn't think you would. That's so... I just feel like that accusation comes out of nowhere. Like, so people are close, so what? Aw, I thought he took so long to notice me that I legitimately thought I could just grab the thing. Alright. Come on, see. Oh yeah, I gotta get this back to him. Nope. If I don't have to deal with more enemies, I'd rather not. I'm already further ahead in level than I should be. You've done good work. You've done good work today, friend. Still, with that self-styled king of the Coral Claws running the operation, the farmers The poachers are not like to yield easily. No, we must be more vigilant than ever. I mean, it's known that I have a feeling towards her, but I never overstep my boundaries, plus I know she doesn't like me when I like her. Yeah, and if you guys, well, if that's known, I understand a little bit why he would say that, but like, again, even if you do have feelings, it is perfectly possible for folks to not act on those feelings and just be a close friend. The poacher escaped? Inexcusable. I should have known better than to entrust such a task to an adventurer. Those who defy the elemental's will must be served justice, or we all shall pay the price. You do well to not forget this. Well, were you able to reclaim the axe from those bloody thieves? A great battle axe passed down through the generations until it finally fell to Cuthbert. Just as Grandfather always described it. You're a godsend, friend. Grandfather, I swear to you, the next time a red belly sees this axe, it'll be buried in his good-for-nothing skull. Good-for-naught skull. You fought well for us today, friend. When Bowberry is reclaimed for our people, you can take pride in knowing that you struck a vital blow. I can't speak today. I don't want any of these. None of these matter to me. None of these potions do anything worthwhile. I'll take the great purple dye, though. I'll just sell that. Ooh, I unlocked a new one. I'm supposed to be making progress on the story tonight. I knew this would happen if I got distracted. A duck of Quarry Mill has a culinary crisis on her hands. The marvelous Montoy bean. You couldn't have come at a better time, friend. I have a crisis on my hands here. What manner of crisis, you ask? Do you see this bottle of Montoy sauce? It's empty down to the last drop. Of course it's a crisis. Why, if our guards find their supper wanting for flavor, their like is not to turn their lances on me instead of our foes. Might you travel to the Montoy cellars and obtain some from Masher Arimont to save a poor culinarian from this dire fate? But one of his reasons, apparently, because I don't like the dude, but he made me not like him. Like, he made rude jokes at me, and I expected him to not say anything back, like a high school bully. Good lord. I hate people sometimes. That's nonsense. Me and my best friend's ex didn't get along, but that's because I knew he was an abusive bastard. Hello, Fox. What brings an adventurer to my humble orchards? Set your sights on sprite apples rather than beastkin today? Well, I, for one, am mighty grateful for that. These bones ain't fit for climbing as they used to be. I'd be much obliged if you could pick some apples for me. Oh, and you'll want to make sure no creepy crawlies are hiding inside. His model doesn't look very old, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Sprite apples, if I remember correctly, are something you can harvest, but I don't remember whether or not the Sprite apples were like one of the timed harvest modes that only happen like every half hour or every hour or two in real time. I know there were some apple that was. Was it mirror apples? Oh, I don't remember. It's been too long. referencing. I don't really like people lately. The sad things I've tried to do referencing, but I'm just tired of all this now. I can't blame you, dude. Like, absolutely 100%. This shit's not necessary. I fund a writhing math burst force. Ugh. But, no, it's just... I don't get it. Going out of the way to be nasty to others doesn't come naturally to me. Like, people have... Is this a person? Sorry, I honestly thought for a second it was a dead body. What I'm trying to say though is that I fundamentally do not understand the mindset it takes to be nasty at people for no reason. It takes me way too much time to even dislike someone, let alone hate them. And that's, you know, partly because I'm simply very gullible, but still. Where's the one more? Oh. Yep, I figured. Rule of threes, there's always three. I kinda love these things' design. Like, they're oddly cuddly. I don't know... Ah, right, that was part of one of my hunting logs. Oh, shoot, I forgot all about those. Back so soon? Let's see what you've got in that basket of yours. A Sprite apple. A sister of the fairy apple, developed by Great Loam Growery to better withstand the elements while yielding larger harvests. I think it was the fairy apple that was timed. Or a timed node when harvesting. Why, I'll be. Just the sight of your harvest has me mouth-watering. You've an eye for apple picking, my friend. I've a son just around your age. What say you settle down here when you've had enough questing for glory? Psh! Neither of these are gonna work for me, because the apple tart is a round pastry filled with sweet fairy apples and fragrant spices. It is that's a gathering item, for gathering food. And apple juice, which is piety, vitality, spell, which is for casters. Juice freshly squeezed from shiny red mirror apples. Oh, he's got another mission. A bumper crop. The orchard keeper fox seeks your aid in giving thanks for the harvest. Friend, feast your eyes on this. Why, I've not been blessed with the harvest the likes of this in, well, as long as I can remember. All I've done is the picking. It's the guardians of the forest what brought me this bounty. I'd give thanks to them myself, but what with those poachers around, I'm like to end up with an arrow through my head. Might you be kind enough to make an offering in my stead? And on your return, bring an apple to Castellane. He's been looking gaunt of late. Well, let me go turn this in, first off. Because this is where the Muntoy things are. Adoc's exhausted her supply again, has she? Ugh. Told the woman time and again to order in bulk. I did, but she never listens. Hold your chocobos, friend. The next batch will be ready afore long. Masher for a day. Aramont of the Muntoy Cellars will put you to work as an apprentice masher. I can earn old goat steak, get rather, not learn. A traditional dish of the Highland here, consisting of a thick cut of all goats charred over an open flame. Crumpet. Tiny Tina! Spell speed, vitality, piety, so another caster. A savory type of leavened bread often doused in butter and honey and eaten with a cup of piping hot tea. A specialty at the quicksand in Ul'dah. And I can get wine red dye. Where's your Montoy sauce, you say? Look, friend, Gridania wasn't built in a day. I'll tell you what, though. If you're so eager, how's about you helping me put the finishing touches on my latest batch? You might just learn a thing or two in the process. Here on the shelves, I keep my stock of secret spices. What gives my Montoy sauce this distinctive punch, you ask? A perilla leaf, a dried dragon pepper, and an ounce of shroud pepper. Just toss all three in the gill fat, and Joffrey will take care of the rest. When the sauce is done, you're free to take a bottle to Adog. Not that she's likely to put an end to her whining. I'm assuming it's like basically soy sauce. But in this case, doctored soy sauce. Got a dragon pepper. Or maybe hot sauce? No, because Montoy were talked... No, I think it is more like soy sauce. Either way, fermented, so I guess the difference there doesn't matter as much. Is it outside? Yeah. Speaking of fermentation, I should start a couple of new batches of mead. Joffrey. Here we ferment the Montoy beans to make all sorts of wonderful, delicious products. Oh, how I love the smell of fermented beans. Shame my wife hates it. She won't touch me till I bathe and wash my clothes. I mean, that does track from how absolutely nasty most, soybeans specifically smell when fermenting. Perilla leaf, a strong-smelling herb used in salads, fish dishes, or to flavor distilled liquors. Liqueurs, I suppose. Shroud pepper, an aromatic spice native to the Black Shroud used to liven up bland dishes. Dried dragon pepper, one of the secret ingredients used when brewing Montoy sauce. Oh, hello there! Apprenticing at the cellars for a day? Very well then. One perilla leaf, one dry dragon's pepper, and an ounce of shroud pepper, and... Aramont's done it again. As thanks for your help, this bottle is on the house. Thing is, this forest looks enough like home. It's like a very... It feels enough like home in some respects that I can almost smell it. Oh, I am going to actually trigger... I think I want to try to trigger this ad if I can figure out how to do it. Maybe I can't figure it out on the fly. Boop? I suppose I can keep going. You're back! Oh, do tell me you brought my toy sauce. I swear to you, I just overheard a wood whaler talking about tossing me into the cauldron. A flavorful liquid made from salt and fermented toy beans. Yeah, it's definitely soy sauce. Badass! Hey, bud, thank you for popping in. Not sure if you can hear me or not with the ad going. The distinctive mouth-watering aroma of Muntoy beans, topped off with Aramont's special blend of secret spices, no doubt. He has done it again. It's really funny to me that they both said he's done it again. Thank you, friend. I dare say you prevented a mutiny today. I'm good. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Oh no. I just realized one or more of my roommates might have heard that laugh and been like, what the fuck is she doing in there? Whoops. I'm glad you're good. Yeah. Chill, relax, get yourself some tea, or at least a snack. Withered Treant. What do I need? Oh yeah, Sprite Apple. It's interesting that both of these places had us place an offering. Or multiple people, rather, had us place this offering. You redeemed that to be devious? Yeah, thanks for dealing with the ad break, my dears. But alright, let's turn this in. What brings you to Quarrymill, adventurer? Mayhap you heard that our pact on the wait, we already... Oh, okay, so it's the same dialogue he says, even if you speak to him and he doesn't have a mission. Got it. A Sprite Apple? My favorite. However did you know? From Fox, you say? That man is too kind. Why, each scrumptious bite brings me back to days of... forgive me, friend. Brings you back to days of what? Y'all having fun together? Anyway, bye! Alright. Oh, I forgot to... Dang nabbit! I was right in the area, and I forgot to do the other mission! You placed the offering as I asked? Thank you. The treant you've honored was not always withered thus. Unable to bear the changes racking the forest in the wake of the calamity, it lost all trace of vibrant life, wasting away into its current haggard appearance. You adventurers may see treants as little more than overgrown adversaries, but many of us local folk revere these creatures as guardians of the woods. It is nature's way that we tend to those who once tended to us. Should we forsake our protectors now, then when we find ourselves to be forsaken, or now Then we will find ourselves to be forsaken when their protection is needed once more. True. It's interesting that all of these missions, like these early game missions, are giving me paint for my, or dye for my armor. It's a neat touch. Okay. Well, now we gotta go do this damn mission that I keep forgetting to do. And then, well, we at least gotta do the Lancer thing. Because we are now behind on the Lancer questline. Oh hey, it's a Keycurn! Hello! Bye! Oh! That's right, we gotta explode them! Was like, but how are we supposed to pick them up if they're shiny? They've got a shield on. A clay pipkin packed with round bomb fingers and claws and sealed with wax. I mean, it'll do. To get that hunting log out of the way. No. You stop that. I don't see you. Space is big. Well, they do say, like, this is an inn, too. People stay up there, I think. In the upper floors. The poison stashes are no more, you say. Oop, forgot to. Clicked it without reading. Were it my druthers, I'd grab those Keycurn one by one and string them up by their ratty ears. But old man Buskron won't have none of that. Says each battle we forego now saves us one way down the road, and to tell the truth, I'm starting to come around to his ways. Yeah, every battle we avoid, that's I believe that's a, like, legitimate saying. Okay. We can do that when we return to Gridania, because that appears to be in Gridania. I do. Oh, main story's in effing Can't Drybone. I was back here from the get-go to do the Lancer missions. Got it. Okay. I am somehow. Wait, no. We gotta get attuned to down here. Ooh, wait, antelope doe. Sorry, ma'am. You're on the hunting log. OBS, you good? Can y'all hear me? OBS had a little flicker there. About, but okay, where you can hear me, say something, please. Or if the stream is still going. Okay. Thank you. This is Kaie Osana. She's part of the White Mage line. I am Raya Osana, a Pagil Gridania, as you might discern from the horns on my head. They seem to say the same line every time. My name may be unfamiliar to you, but doubtless you know of my sister. That would be Kane-sana, Elder Seedseer Gridania and Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder. Together, we are known as the Three Seedseers. My sister, myself, and our younger brother Arun-sana. Among my myriad titles, I am proud to call myself a practitioner of white magic, which is the art of healing. This is the art for which we have no small deed. The Twelveswood has been made to suffer unspeakable pains from the calamity, to unending conflicts with the beast tribes, to exploitation at the hands of our own people. It is my duty, my calling, to provide succor, and I do it gladly. Yeah, she's a fun character as part of that questline. When she was a child, Raya O had quite a temper. She's a sweet little girl now, but a Moogle does not easily forget. Even now, the sound of her voice makes my fur stand on edge. Kupo. Because that's right, like, however they look to us, they're not actually children. They just, stop aging. And can live for hundreds of years, looking exactly the same. Why, I've served Raya O since she was a little girl no bigger than me, Kupo. She has matured much since the calamity. Her brother, Arun, on the other hand. Lady Hainana, were we not in a hurry? The hell's with the God's damn elementals, their God's damn swamp, and this God's damn wood whaler. How long must I wait to make one God's damn delivery? Gods, I should never have left old Da. Oh, another adventurer. Move along, I have my hands full with this merchant. We have strict rules requiring all foreign goods to be inspected by a mage before crossing our borders. Alas, some outsiders remain ignorant. Which, it's literally just border control. That makes perfect sense. Another day, another adventurer after an elite mark. I haven't properly unlocked the hunting stuff yet, though. Hello, it's Chocobo time. Sorry. Matron's teats, those turtles are huge. If the damn things didn't move, you'd think they were just another pile of rocks. It's true, I'll go look at them in a sec. Aren't you curious about that giant door to the southwest? They say it's sealed to prevent some poisonous mist from leaking out, but I'm not fool enough to fall for that. You know what I think it is? Treasure. Legendary weapons, sparkling jewels, and mountains of gills so thick you could bury yourself in them. Those stories of poison mist are just to keep us from getting too curious, you'll see. You're wrong, actually. It's one of the worst dungeons in the game. If I'm remembering correctly what one that is. I was bringing lumber to market since long before the calamity. I tell you what, the things I've seen in the Twelveswood since then boggle my mind. The most bizarre beasts seem to congregate around that giant gate in the southwest and the Galmoran ruins of the northeast, from which from which of the 7 hells did those creatures come from? Did I miss anyone? Nope. Let me... Mirthalin, the Lovemead at Camp Tranquility, seeks capable adventurers to undertake his many tasks. Looking for a spot of work? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Mirthalin, a representative of the Adventurers Guild. As a Lovemead stationed here in Camp Tranquil, I'm responsible for assigning the various tasks that come in from the beleaguered locals. Quite a number of these tasks can entail a significant degree of danger, however. If I'm to set you loose on my levs with a clear conscience, I must first be convinced of your capacity to surmount the challenges you're likely to encounter. How about we start you off with a lev of my choosing and see how you get along? Let's try this one, shall we? Where are the furs at? After the lengthy interrogation of a recently captured Coral Claw member, the Wood Whalers have discovered the precise location of several stockpiles of prohibited furs. As there is a countless number of these hidden stashes, the Wood Whalers are currently enlisting the aid of able-bodied adventurers to not only retrieve the contraband, but also see the handling of any poachers who may attempt to protect it. Excellent. Pray be aware that while you are retrieving the furs, you may encounter the poachers themselves. I suggest that you arm yourself for battle. Good fortune to you, adventurer, and I hope to receive word of your success in the very near future. Yeah! A mistake was made. I was looking... Oh, I think the adamant tortoises are over on this side. I wanted to show them off while I still remembered. Yeah. They're biggins. They're like the... Well, you can get them for a mount, and it's like this big. And your person... Well, for a Lala, she rides on top of it. But yeah, there are these ones' distant relatives. Hello! Adamant toys! I really love these guys. I have one of them as a permanent companion for my other potato, Keldrin. Because that's part of her backstory, that she grew up... I invented a weird island, or maybe just a peninsula, that she's from, that they raise adamantoises. I don't want to be in a fate! The countless steaming pools of fecal ooze left by the struppers who have invaded Roots Lake since its waters were drained are making those stationed at the nearby camp sick and unfit to fight. Help is in sight in clearing the area of the vine creatures in a last-ditch effort to clear the air. Well, unfortunately, I really don't feel like doing that right now. And I keep forgetting to keep hydrated. Potions. Nice. That's not what I wanted to do. Here. Yeah, Yeah, the Levs, because, well, they take precedence over the Fate. So even though we were in the Fate's chain, like, area of influence, it is overridden by the fact that we're in a Lev. You can't really do both at once. Hello. With how this looks, because I'm clipping into the enemy, it just looks like I'm headbutting her leg and, like, stabbing it. Which I guess, technically, in a literal sense, we were in fact doing. This last one I get better not have a damn coral in it. Or a damn poacher. I don't like strippers because they're just Marlboros. I hate Marlboros. The only Marlboro I liked was that time. I should have just accepted that. Damn it. Oh well, work and pit me. The only Marlboro I saw that I liked was, I went to MagFest a bunch of years back now, and someone had made an almost life-size Marlboro setup, and when the thingamajig was turned on, it would spew like that fake fog to make it look like, basically, you know, like the Marlboro was doing its, like, bad breath. It was neat. Bravo, madame! I have a feeling you would do well from the moment we met. And though this was but a trial, you earned your reward nonetheless. Yeah. I must say, I was rather impressed with your results. I see no reason not to grant you access to the greater range of Lev quests. Your most dangerous task now is choosing what to attempt next. I'll just... None of these are... is that better than what I've got? Yeah, it is. Huh. Meaning, what the gear that is now dropping is better than this brand new gear we got from the Hall of the Novice. But it took until level 30. So, and you could equip this at level 15. So that's 15 levels. You wouldn't necessarily have to worry about new gear. Like, that's neat. I don't remember the Hall of the Novice being a thing when I first started playing this game. But maybe I just didn't pay attention because I'm dumb. It can be either. I would have to know when it originated. Or what year. Because I don't think I have been... I think I've been playing 14... Oh, I'd have to double check. It's been... No, it's 2005. So, it's been about a decade. Where was I? Wait, shit. Where was I going? Oh, up here. Let me just friggin' teleport, shall I? Oh, that's right. I was holding off on these. Because one of these is the Where the Heart Is Lavender Beds, and one of them is the Guild Hess. Which I don't find super entertaining. And maybe if I come back through here with another quest while leveling up, another job, I'll accept them. But no, not right now. Guild Hess were sort of even, I think, before Lev quests. In that they sort of taught you how to do things. Actually, come to think on it, It was less that they were love quests and more that they were sort of the original version of the Hall of the Novice. It was sort of tutorial missions. I'll show you folks sometime. Oh yeah, another one for the races, huh? Welcome, welcome. Once you've made your decision, I'll prepare the registration form you'll need to take back to the race counter. Lest you worry, our chocobos are all quality stock. They might not seem like much at first, being young and inexperienced, but give them a chance and they'll win you a championship. I want a female chocobo! You can now possess a fledgling chocobo registration form. This document grants you sole ownership of a newly hatched chocobo bred specially to race. Until its maiden race, your chocobo will be trained and cared for by the chocobo keeps at Moogle's Gift Mounts in Bent Branch Meadows. If you happen to lose your registration form, ownership is rescinded, so store the document in a safe location. After officially registering your fledgling as a race chocobo, it will be moved from Bent Branch Meadows to the stables at the Manderville Golden Saucer. All future training will be conducted here. Remember, adventurers may only own a single race chocobo. If you would like any others, you must first retire the one that you currently possess. And that process, so by doing more races with your chocobo, by training it, and by using specific feed, you can get up your stats on your chocobo. And once it gets max level, you can, or as max as you can get it, you can retire them. And then you can start with, I believe you can use that chocobo to breed a new chocobo, who you then start from sort of scratch with, but it usually inherits something of its parent. So over time, it's chocobo breeding. Over time, they just get better and better. So you think you can ride this chocobo? Casting a curious glance in your direction, Catering is poised to ask you a question. You're still here. I reckoned you'd have run off by now, being eager to try your hands at the races and whatnot. Well, in case you've forgotten, I'll reiterate. You need to deliver that form to the race counter in the Gold Saucer. Only then will you be allowed to enter sanctioned chocobo races. I'll return to the saucer at some point. But first, the answer stuff. Oop. Robo dragging up in here. Okay, I don't think these missions were here when Godwin of the Wood Whalers has a report that requires urgent delivery. No news is good news. Hail, adventurer. If you would not be averse to courier duties, I have a report that must be delivered to Florentel's Spire with all haste. Mind you, this information is highly classified. I trust you to deliver it directly to the hands of the Silver Serpent Lieutenant Vortifaux, without sneaking a peek for yourself. Yeah, so you start out with all of the stuffs at 2. And I'm pretty sure that some of these stats here, once your chocobo levels up, like I said, can get carried on to the offspring. What's hilarious is that so the chocobo for chocobo racing and the chocobo you get as a mount are, like for daily use, are completely different chocobos. What's very funny is that I usually put the, because once you retire a chocobo, you're given back their thingamajiggy, their certificate, because you can use it to breed them. And I kept that in my chocobo, like game chocobos saddlebags, which is a new storage container. I took a snack at the worst time, sorry. Potable perils. Summerhild of Falgord Float would ask your aid on behalf of a forgetful friend. How do you fancy Falgord Float, traveler? Fine tea, warm beds, good ale, and good company at the Bobbing Cork. Small wonder that it's many a wayfarer's favorite stop on the road to Kurthus. Speaking of the Bobbing Cork, I was sharing a drink and tale with a traveler just a few bells ago. Apparently the poor fellow imbibed a bit too heavily, and when he came to, the key to his room was nowhere to be found. But with all the rumors of late, both my friend and the innkeeper are worried sick. If you happen to stumble across the key, would you be kind enough to return it to the cork? You'd be saving more than one man a sleepless night. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna mute myself, because I started eating these snacks and now I must finish them. And I don't want y'all to have to hear my chewing, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I remembered that I had snacks, and I started eating them, and I was like, these need to be shoved in my face right now immediately. A welcome overstayed. Gogolota doesn't want to go home. A cozy bed, warm meals, fine spirits. I tell you, friend, ever since I came here, it's like I've died and gone in Elphica's bosom. Go home to Ul'dah? To that ramshackle hovel where nothing awaits but my gill-pinching wife and her endless whinging? Never. Perhaps you can help me. My wife's hired some poor sop to bring me home, but I reckon this'll give him a change of heart. I don't like this. This makes me uncomfortable. I take it you are the young lancer of whom Uwain spoke, and an adventurer beside, by the look of you. I was an adventurer once. That was before I became a lance for hire. But enough idle talk. You've come to learn from me, and learn from me you shall. Be warned that you'll not find me as lenient an instructor as the others. Now, pay attention. Thus far, you have earned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you will learn to do something in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must be able to think and to adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. However, the creature will appear only where there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing them at the gutted campfire. This should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor until it is ripe to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. With the alliteration, did you have to, sir? Okay, time to do some stabbies. I could have sworn I just had an ad. So the ad is coming up again. I'll trigger it at 10. Okay, so just... Ugh, I don't want that one. It's next to a band night. Bane night, rather. I'm rather disappointed that they don't completely self-destruct. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a distance thing. Sometimes enemies are linked together. They're basically BFFs. And if you attack one of them, it aggroes both of them, or more. I completely forgot I had that, you know, spear eating. Alright, give me a sec. I'm gonna trigger this ad because I want to get up and get a couple things. So I will be back with you in roughly 3 minutes. Here we go. Well, that took longer than expected. My apologies. But hello. Let's kill more balloons. It's appreciated. Alright, just one more, so... No, I hit the wrong button. Well, that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. This is... Oh my god. Guys, look at him. He's a digivolution of the mite. That's why he's called a Bane Mite. He's the same little face. He's just a Pokemon. He's just the evolution. Did you have to? So this is a gathering fate, which is all the way over here. But it says, a local prospector believes that a high mineral content in the stones which make up the golems might be what holds the creatures together, and will reward anyone who helps improve his theory. So in essence, there's stuff lying around the ground that you pick up and collect, and there's also enemies that you can defeat that give you the same item, and you turn it in to the quest provider for credit in the fate. Those ones are fun. I got the key. I'm glad I didn't fall, because it is possible to fall. Okay, so... Who the fuckity has a quest down there? I gotta grab that. Oh, yep, stone golems. See these guys, we killed them. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna die. Holy moly. That was almost really bad. He followed me down? Well, I guess I shouldn't be a surprise. I've seen the beasties come up, like, climb hills and stuff, and otherwise path. So I guess... And they probably don't have fall damage either. Okay, so we are on the wrong... It's up there, not down here, because this area is multi-level. Damn golems. Or is... Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is down here. And I was just in the wrong section of it down here. Or maybe I'm a dumbass. It's also a possibility. I think I'm a dumbass. rather not, sir. Alright, fine. You wanna play? Here, have the one I collected. A chunk of stone that was once animated through arcane magics. Wait, I should actually read his dialogue. That big rock you have there be taking up an awful lot of space in your bag, like. Might be that I could take it off your hands. A chunk of stone that was once animated using arcane magic. Aye, this'll do just nicely. If you happen to log upon any more, I'll be here awaiting. Shifty-eyed prospector. Hammering away night and day has my arms achy and my tummy rumbly. Sometimes the weight of my pick is simply too much to bear. Then I turn my thoughts to my sick mum at home. Adamar is in the dark and needs an adventurer's aid. Digging in the dark. Pray help me, friend. I've run clean out of lantern fuel, and I'm afeared I won't make it through the night. I've not tried it myself, but I've heard that you can fashion makeshift lanterns by sealing those flying balloons inside these here lamps. Of course, it could take some coursing before they go in, if you know what I mean. Okay, so weaken and then capture them. This simple lamp can warm the hearts of a lonely soul when it is properly filled with oil. Great, now we get to go through the gauntlet again. Oh, you bastard. Can you not? There, at least the fucker's gone from that section. These little dudes are so weird. Look at him, he's got a shroud hair and he's bigger than I am. That's honestly part of why I love playing as a Lullafell, because half the things in the game are bigger than you, and that doesn't seem to matter much until, like, you know, you're playing all the other races and basically it's always the same, everything's small. Were you able to fashion some lamps for me, friend? An underdeveloped void scent balloon thrashes about inside that globe, ready to self-destruct at any moment. You're a godsend. Thanks to you, I can get back to me digging. Them's gold in their hills, hi-ho! Adamark is using a lift. A leg up. Mayhap you can help me again, friend. I've got my eyes set on a new vein of ore, but these legs of mine aren't quite long enough to get me there. Might you be so kind as to set these ladders up for me? I do it myself, but these parts have been terribly dangerous of late. That's true. I rarely ever come to this part of the map on my own. At least, not if I have to walk instead of fly. The multi-level aspect of this area provides significantly more problems than you would think. It Z's what it Z's. Giant carnivorous scalekin known as Z's have wandered near Fallgourd Float in search of fresh meat. Slay the creatures before anyone becomes supper. Oh. gotta be above. No, you stop that. Nope, it's down below. Interesting. I'm not interested in fighting, pal. I do enjoy the ambiance here. And the fact that it gets visibly more rocky in this portion of the shroud, when I'm pretty sure that down here is Thanalan. Oh, never mind. I am dead wrong. I do know you do collect to the shroud. You can get to the Thanalan from the shroud, though. Damn, you are a persistent creature. What do you want? The missus paid me good coin to bring her good-for-nothing husband home. Contains a brief letter written in shorthand by a tiny man. Your guild don't mean nothing to me. The missus paid me... What in the hell's? A room of me own here in the court? Plus all the ale I can drink? Fully paid courtesy of Gogo Lota? Get out of my way! I'm gonna go give that man a piece of me mind. Yeah, nah, he's just gonna go do the thing. And by the thing, I mean take advantage of the bribe. This is balloon finger. This tiny finger taken from a void sent balloon is hot to the touch. There's always a bigger fish. forgot to talk to this dude. Gold in the hills, gold in my purse. That doesn't scam. They eatin' out here ain't much, but me wife's cooking's that much worse. Jeez. Truly, you've done me well again. What with all these nasty critters looking about, I never could have done the job myself. I know not what matter of ores lies in wait, but mark me words, one day I'll strike it rich and leave this place behind for good. Why they're mining here is kind of a mystery. I forget what is here for them to mine. Oriane. Oriane of Florentel's Spire is concerned for the trees. Save the trees! As a wood whaler, it is my sworn duty to protect my nation from the Ixal. Yet as a Gridanian, it pains me to see the trees around me wither and die while we are off fighting battles. Shroud hares have grown destructive of late, gnawing away at the trees and ripping shrubs for the ground. Yet we cannot very well tell the birdmen to stay their spears while we hunt oversized slugs, can we? And so I turn to you, adventurer. Pour this week-old ale over the scarred trees, and the remnants and the culprits should be along in short order. You would bring the wood much succor if you could put them down. These parts are bound with particularly ferocious beasts. You do well to keep a wide berth, adventurer, lest I be left to clean your carcass off the forest floor. A detailed account of the events that have occurred near Falgord float. A report from Godwin, you say? Very well, let us see. Traveling merchant waylaid by Kikern bandits, adventurers hand-bitten clean off by feral disease, etc., etc. The usual banalities. What's this? Sightings of a masked man. No casualties yet reported, but due diligence should be excised. Troubling news indeed. These parts are getting perilous enough without some masked marauder stirring up trouble. Thank you, friend. Rest assured that the Adder will be on the lookout for this interloper. Any of these? Nope. So, we are in another thingamajiggy. Shroud hares are devouring the young trees of Alder Springs. Throw a little salt into their plans before the damage is beyond repair. Having been left uncovered for a few days, this cheap aleport brew has lost all of its bubbles. It's telling me to go up. Oh, over there. They make really unpleasant noises. No! Is Hunt Momo like... I don't know. It's Pick on Momo Day, it seems. And even Gravity has joined in the fun. In reality, I just legitimately did not realize that that was a spot where I could fall. And therefore, my jump was not as precise as it should have been. Yes, I do sense a hostile presence. I doubt people usually get to see the underside of these things, given that they're usually on the ground. This poor tree is like dead. Which, you know, is the whole point. Thank you, adventurer. I can battle the Ixo with a clear conscience now, knowing that those like you are friends to the forest. Florentel, whose name this... That is correct, isn't it? Florentel, whose name this spire bears, was one of the greatest heroes from the time of Gridania's founding. His martial exploits were exceeded only by his love for the forest. And his love for Eugenia, the namesake of our sister spire. Ah, do such tales of yore not set your heart aflutter? Oh, she's got another one. Oriana needs your help in obtaining something not easily come by. Pumicious pursuits. As you have proven yourself a capable ally, I would entrust to you a task more ambitious than the slaying of hares. Mayhap you've encountered curious constructs of living stone in these parts. They emerge from the sundered landscape in the wake of the calamity, and their numbers have only burgeoned thenceforth. For each one we slay, another rises to the surface to take its place. My comrades and I are at our wits' end. It's clear that we must take this battle to the source. There's a researcher by the name of Yom Ebo Khan who frequents the Bobbing Cork and Falgord Float. I suspect she might be able to shed light on the matter. Take this sealing vessel and capture the living soulstone of one of the golems. Mind you, you will have to weaken the brute first. Deliver the soulstone to Yom Ebo Khan and see if she cannot ascertain the golem's origin. Actually, good job. Is that my first death? That's my first death! When your HP is reduced to 0, you are KO'd and rendered unable to perform any actions. In this state, you are left two options: either return immediately to your current home point or wait for another PC to revive you using an action or raise spell, such as raise. When in an instance dungeon, you will return to the area entrance. Yep, so it does take a little bit of gear damage and whatnot. I am so very good at dying, apparently. Given how clumsy I am. It's actually something of a surprise. Oh wait, will have to run there because there is no fast travel there. Got it. I went in the wrong space. Congrats on your first death. Thank you, badass. 'Twas bound to happen. No. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear you limb from them. Yeah, I got this already. You papers? Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Momo. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. I already have better earrings. Roustabant has a task for a capable adventurer. It is no ordinary adventurer who's granted passage through the White Wolf Gate. I am Roustabant of the Wood Whalers, and I would see you live up to your reputation. My fellow whalers at Dunstan Spire are in grave need of an adventurer's aid. Should you have a mind to make yourself useful, travel there and seek out Thevino. Alright, so what we're gonna do, because I'm getting quite sleepy. I've been trying to make these FF14 streams last longer, but the truth of the matter is that on a Friday, I usually don't have very many spoons left. I love 14, so... Crap! I got so sidetracked with all the other stuff that I didn't get anything done in the main story quest today. Oh no! I'm sorry. I will try to get to... I will endeavor to focus on main story stuff more next week. Okay, one thing I can do before I let you go today, though, is show y'all the new drip from my bean here. So first, let's see, we've already got the best gear. So, yeah! Well, I'm thinking about changing the bottom, but I can't seem to find something that fits better. But yeah! This is my idea for the current glam for the bean. I just feel like this works because there's so many different types of brown. And like, there's light brown and dark brown. It's like my bean's hair! And the red is like russet popatos. Oop, that's not the button I meant. I would like to get shorts or something to go under this, other than these bloomers. But I'm still working on finding which ones work best. Because there are a pair of shorts that my other character Keldred has, but I'm pretty sure that you cannot purchase those. Those are either a real life money payment or something you win from an event. Oop, that's not the button I meant. That's not the button I meant. Apologies. But alright. I appreciate all of you coming by tonight. I really appreciate your patience. And I'm really glad to be back on 14 because I missed it last week and that was a bummer. But thank you everybody who popped in the raid. That was really fun. Thank you, Kit. This Saturday I'm going to be back with more of the Wallace and Gromit Power Wash Sim stuff and things. Next Wednesday, I'm not going to be live on my channel, but I will be a guest on Kit's, who is, and we're doing the last episode of Tales from the Borderlands. And then the following Friday will probably be more 14 as usual, and probably more Wallace and Gromit DLC for Power Wash Sim because those DLCs usually take 2 or 3 streams to get through. I know it's a little bit boring. I'll try to switch things up later. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for popping by tonight. Now, we've got Luna. Now, who to bother? Because we've got Luna, working at a tavern with Aura and Alloy. Or we've got Otterly, who's doing Tales of Destiny. I may go ahead and raid Otterly. Otterly is an excellent bean, and their computer is now back in good shape after having issues, so always want to send them a little bit of support. But yeah, thanks again for coming by tonight, everybody. Take care, stay safe, have a good one. Or take care, stay safe until we talk again. Have a good one. Now let's go bother a rat.